Wow, it is a wild ride out there. The remnants of Hurricane Helene decided to visit us, and it is pouring outside. However, chores need to be done, and they're not gonna do themselves. Once we're done with our to-do list, let's get back together because we're gonna spill the beans on some other wild things going on around here, as David and I have decided to take some risks, and we wanna share them with you. The pigs are right here, look at. They are so big.
Yeah. And I think they're pretty when they're all cleaned off and their hair shines a little bit. Right there. They'll go eat now.
Hi everybody. Hi Strawberry. Hello. So we put prints in here, which is something we have never tried before, because although I have 4 does that are able to be bred, really only 2 of them I know go into a heat that I can recognize. The other 2 seem to go into silent heat, which basically means they don't show any signs. Right, Strawberry? Finley is difficult to tell sometimes, as well as Sassy. Maple usually makes it pretty obvious. So here we are. It is actually the next day. When we got done with our chores yesterday, it was raining so hard that even when I spoke, you could not hear me over the sound of the rain on the tin roof of our workshop. So as promised, let's take a look at 3 risks that we've taken this year. The last one is the biggest one. First, it was the goats. Now, typically every year during breeding season, which we are currently in, we'll wait for the girls to show signs of being in heat, and then I take them over to Prince and they hang out with them there until we see the deed's been done and we know that they're bred. This year though, things have been so hectic and so busy, and because, as I mentioned earlier, we have a couple of the goats that I cannot tell when they're in heat really because they have a silent heat, we decided that maybe Prince should go live with the girls. Now, this is risky on my part for 2 reasons. The first reason is now I don't know exactly when they've been bred, and therefore I have to keep an extra special eye out for them come kidding season, which now has been moved from a window of a few days to a few weeks, depending on if I saw Prince breed them or not. The second risk taken by putting Prince in there is that we have a herd share. And I have heard for the whole time that we've owned goats that if you put a buck in with a milking goat, her milk's gonna taste extremely goaty. We have a herd share, and so it's not just us that drinks the milk or uses the milk. So by putting him in there, I was running that risk. None of it had really been confirmed, so I wanted to run a test. Now, here we are 2 weeks later since Prince has been in there, and I can tell you 2 things that have happened by taking this risk. One, I actually saw Prince breed strawberries, so I know she has a set date. That's gonna be my start date for watching out. And I also saw him show an extreme interest in Finley. So that's 2 of my 4 does that I know are potentially bred at this point. The second thing is that, again, the whole theory about the buck ruining the milk, I've been tasting it the whole time and I don't notice a change in it at all, even after the whole breeding incident. Additionally, and more importantly, my herd share people don't notice a difference in the taste. So that risk seems to be paying off. We actually won't know 100% if it paid off until kidding season. But if it works this way, I'm probably gonna do it this way from now on. Okay, next risk we took was with the rabbits. Okay, oh, do you wanna say hello? This is Charlotte, the original, the OG barn cat. All right, girly. So our grandkids are coming out for the first time to visit the farm next week. And I was so excited. I had to have some kind of baby animal on the farm. I mean, what's a farm without a baby animal? So we bred back the rabbits and they were due this week. Here's the issue. We had such extreme temperatures last month, and male rabbits will go sterile when it's really, really warm. So we waited to the first cool day that we had, and I bred back my first female rabbit. And I waited to the next day to breed the second, and the day after that to breed the third. So here's what happened. The first rabbit was 2 days late in delivering.
And typically she gives me pretty large litters. However, this time she only gave me 3. And 2 of them are rather small. But I've got this one that's huge and looks like it's a week old already, even though it was only born yesterday.
And a rabbit who usually gives me 8 or 9 baby rabbits only gave me 3. Of those 3, only 2 survived. It was kind of sad. The second one I bred, which was 2 days after the heat wave, she gave me typically what she's been giving me as an older doe, and that was 5 babies. And then the third rabbit, who was 3 days out from the heat wave, she gave me a full-on litter of 9, which is typical for her.
And this is Cindy, and Cindy was due today. So I had one rabbit due each day for the last 3 days. Now this rabbit is a brand new mama, so she's gonna give me a lot more in her litter. And she delivered 1, 2, I know I'm stressing you out, I'm sorry, Mama. 3, 4, look at them. 5, 6, 7. Oh, sorry. 8. 9. Make sure there's no more in there. Yep, she gave us 9 little babies. Good job. Okay, I'll put them back. I'll stop stressing you out. I'll put them back now. Sorry.
So I learned something. The risk paid off. My grandchildren will have baby rabbits to hold, and to wait 2 days after a major heat wave to breed my rabbits. Okay, that brings us to the big number 3. This is probably the scariest risk that we've taken this year. But we know that if it's God's will, the doors will open, just like when we came here to Tennessee. Those of you who have been following along know that David left his teaching career earlier this year. He wanted to explore different opportunities, and we decided now that the kids are getting older, it was time. With that being said, we decided to take some of our finances and put it towards raising pasture-raised chickens to see if there was an interest in our community. And the answer was a resounding yes. After praying through it, we decided we want to be our local protein producers. And what does that look like? You'll have to come back and find out because we have plans. But the first step was making Maplewood Homestead a local business that, number one, provides pasture-raised chickens to our neighbors and those in the surrounding counties, and also stuff like goat milk through our herd share, where you can also get cheese and hopefully butter if I can get enough goats and milk. So is this going to replace David's income? Absolutely not. But it is going to help us to help sustain our farm and what we do here as he explores other opportunities. So we're really excited about that. In addition to becoming protein producers through Maplewood Homestead, I'm going to continue to build product lines on my goat milk soap side of things, Sentinel Soap, which I'll leave a link below, and hopefully continue to increase business through that to also provide more income to our farm. So it's really risky on a personal level, but it's even risky telling you guys because it's very public. So therefore, if we fail, it'll be very public. But we're firm believers in praying through things and walking in faith, and God will make it known if it's not what He wants for us to be doing. And He'll make it known at such a time that we won't fall flat. I have full faith in that, and we're super excited to see what comes next. So there you have it. Those are our risks that we've taken this year, and we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, and share it with friends. Until next time, goodbye from Maplewood Homestead.
Are you hungry? Is it time to be milked?